I don't know how I'm going to muster up the strength to complete this video, but I'm going to give it everything I got. What's going on? It's yours truly. Just say it with me. They call me Mr.Taliaferro. How's everybody doing out there? I'm trying to put together the words. I have my green screen up right now. That's how you see the Mamba in the background. But if you look at, if I raise my green screen up, there are numerous posters of my favorite athlete of all time, one of my favorite people of all time. It's tough. Since I was 5 years old, I've been a fan of the game of basketball. And from a basketball standpoint, the first player I ever liked, the first player I ever loved, was a kid that went to Lower Merion High School. Was a kid with an afro that played for the Los Angeles Lakers. And his name was Kobe Bean Bryant. It is with great sorrow, I'm sure you know by now, but for those who don't know, it's with great sorrow that I regret to inform you guys that we've lost one of the greatest athletes of all time. Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gigi Bryant, who I don't even want to get into that part of it. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, another parent, and another player. This player's parent. Sorry if I'm just tough. And the pilot. All five of these people were killed in a helicopter crash a few hours ago in California near the Calabasas area. Here's what we know as of right now. Kobe and the other four passengers on this helicopter were heading to Kobe's camp, right, where a practice was going to take place, as often so many other times a practice takes place. And Kobe's helicopter, very expensive helicopter, it came flying down and it created a fire within that area. And because of that fire, the helicopter bursted into flames, obviously, and firefighters were not able to get to Kobe in time, or as anyone else on that flight. Kobe was 41 years of age. He leaves behind a wife and now 3 kids. It's terrible enough I got to come on here and talk about my favorite athlete of all time passing away. But the fact that his daughter was on that flight, and the fact that they were going to a basketball game, something that Kobe has been in love with, or going to a practice, something that Kobe has done his entire life. And his daughter, Gigi Bryant, man, bless her spirit. A lot of people don't know this, but Kobe, the day he retired, scoring 60 points in his last game, Kobe was done with the game of basketball. He was done. After 20 years in the league, he had given the game all that he had, and he was done. He had stopped going to games. He was there a couple times, but not really into it. But he had admitted a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken, that his daughter, Gigi, had got him back involved in the game. She had become such a great player. She was 13 years of age. Rest in peace. She was becoming her own player. This girl, look, I don't want to gas it because of the events that happened today. She was going to be one of the greatest women basketball players of all time. Under the leadership of her father, one of the greatest to ever play of all time. She was so in love with the game. And since the Lakers were off to a great start, this season she had gotten Kobe to come to a few games. He had been to more games this season, I'm sure of it, than in years past. The fact that this man, this legend, has been taken away from us too soon. This dude that was great in his diet. This dude was going to live to be 100. Great in his diet. Financially great. Such a smart mind. If I'm not mistaken, Kobe not only could speak English fluently, but at least 3 or 4 other languages fluently. In the middle of a press conference, you could be listening to Kobe Bryant talk English, and then a Chinese reporter would chime in, and Kobe would all of a sudden switch over. He was so versed, one of the biggest athletes globally we've ever seen. Me and my dad have had a rocky relationship at best. And, when I was 8 years old, my dad bought me this jersey of Kobe Bryant. And my dad's terrible at buying gifts. For the bulk of my life, this jersey has been too big for me. And as a kid, you can ask any of my friends, I wore it as a dress. Really pretty much. I used to get clowned at school because the dress was so big. But this jersey, this number 8, has meant so much to my life. Because that man has meant so much to my life. I know we get too caught up in these athletes and these celebrities and their lifestyles they live. But I'm coming on camera crying in front of y'all, something I've never did. Because that guy that just passed away, he was more than just an athlete to me. He got me through some really tough times when I was a kid, when I didn't have motivation. I lacked the belief in myself. That guy got me through a lot of tough times. He always had the joy of knowing Kobe Bryant was playing on TV that night. And, I had something to look forward to. Somebody to motivate me. During Kobe's rape trial, I stood by him through it all. When Shaq left, I stood by him through it all. When he demanded a trade out of L.A. and went on Stephen A. Smith, quite frankly, I stood through him through it all. It was January 21st to 22nd, 2006. I'll never forget where I was at when I found out Kobe Bryant scored 81 points against the Toronto Raptors. I never forget where I was at when Kobe and the Lakers defeated the Orlando Magic. He had already had 3 rings since I was a kid, but that 4th ring meant the most. That one was the most. The 4th one was the one he could prove that he did it without Shaq. And then he went on to go back-to-back. The Lakers beat the Celtics the following year. I'm going to be real with y'all. This hurts. You know what I mean? I speak for a lot of people in this world. I am not the only grown man that's in front of his TV set right now shedding a tear. This hurts on a lot of different levels. Because it tells us no matter how financially stable you are, how great you are at a certain thing, how motivated you are, how healthy you are, how much of a family man you are, how much of a reformed man you are, no matter how intelligent you are, when it's your time, it's your time. And unfortunately for Kobe Bryant, his time was today. And as the basketball community mourns losing a legend, as this world mourns losing a legend, I think over the next few days, I'm going to take some time and dedicate some stuff to Kobe. We're going to do some reactions. We're going to do If you're watching this on my hip hop platform, I have a sports platform, FERRO Reacts, where you can see more of this. We're going to honor this man and his legacy, this motivator, this intelligent dude. So many different ways I could take this video. Where we at right now? I'm at about 9 minutes, I believe. I don't want to stay on camera too long because I don't want to talk too long, but this one hurts. This one hurts. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba. I'm going to keep these jerseys near and dear to my heart. I got number 8 when I was 8. I got number 24 when I was a tad bit older. Rest in peace to the parent and the other child that lost their life on this flight. Rest in peace to the pilot that I'm sure had a family of his own, or she, who lost their life. Rest in peace to Gigi Bryant, only 13 years of age. I want to send some prayers and love to Vanessa Bryant, who's now a widow and has the rest of her family to think about. And last but certainly not least, I want to send a rest in peace up to the Black Mamba, number 24, in Staples Center. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, gone too soon, dead at the age of 41.